So you might have lamented to yourself in the past that you realized it would be best to exercise more or eat healthy, but you don't understand why you can't get yourself to do it at all. It's only reasonable that you should choose what is healthiest for you. So why wouldn't you just go for it? Well, it's because the human psyche runs on habits and feelings and not reason, just like our ancestors. Therefore, for us to release that aspect of who we are, we must shatter the bloodline understanding of what kept us safe and understand that we, 1,000 years later, are now kept safe by doing the opposite. We now must no longer focus on sitting in the problem while we gather evidence that everything is dangerous. Don't worry, you'll still notice when the situation is dangerous. Now the focus must instead be galvanized on what the active solution must be while discovering why we are blessed in our lives. Here's the thing. Our bodies are made up of the blood of our ancestors. So everything that our bodies are constructed of, including the blood pumping through our veins, flowed in our ancestors' veins millions of years ago. Naturally, our ancestors' DNA is going to play a role in how we make decisions in order to survive. But what our ancestors did to survive isn't necessarily the highest choice for ourselves, especially pertaining to higher consciousness. So in the past, because our ancestors understood in order to stay safe, it was important to question everything and be judgmental. We must consider the climate. In more primitive times, it's understandable that we would get to pay close attention to every danger and judge it all to make sure we stayed safe. Is that bug going to bite us and create an infection? What is that sound rustling in the bushes? Can I trust this person not to hurt me? My point is that judgment comes to human beings naturally. We've been doing it for a very long time. We were doing it when we were primitive beings, but that no longer serves us in reaching our fullest potential in modern society. Going back to the point on duality and the need to categorize and see things as good or bad, clearly this is an ancestral habit through our DNA, through our bloodline. If we were to drop the idea of duality, we would see that placing a judgment of good or bad on anything is simply a judgment and nothing more. It is learning how to live in unity that allows us to see the world and ourselves in its completion. Keep in mind that in order to feel safe in dropping the judgments, you must first develop a strong pillar of who you are so that you can refer to it as a source of understanding where you stand. This will support you in your navigating without using judgments as a barometer of how to stay in integrity with yourself and others. So what is a pillar? A pillar is a set of moral principles that you get to follow to the letter every day of your life moving forward. As an example, perhaps you will decide that you will stand as the embodiment of unconditional love in every moment, and I hope you do. That you will strive and stretch into a new growth every day, that you will live in the highest integrity. Your pillar is highly valuable, so please do add that to your homework in today's lesson. You can draw what your pillar looks like and write inside of it what you stand for every day for the rest of your life, and then put that drawing up somewhere where you'll look at it every day. Most people stick it on their bathroom mirror and look at themselves in the eye and read it off every morning or whenever they're in the bathroom. It's a great practice to have.